Good morning, everybody, and welcome to On the Open here, taking a look at Europe. And I want to welcome everybody here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group, and we have securities offered by MoneyBlock. Now, the European markets, well, I have a chart up here, and we're taking a look at the DAX. The DAX is looking like it wants to try to challenge its all-time highs, but I will tell you right now, the data, we thought with a flat opening here in Europe, it could potentially happen, but the data just isn't helping the cause. Taking a look at the Feb retail sales in Germany, while it is down 60 cents, right, flat basically, it's come back off of its best levels right now. Their retail sales came out disappointed. As a matter of fact, they were down about 2.1%. The expectation was a rise of about 0.4%. Now, there was a silver lining in the data in Germany. Unemployment came in at 5.8%. That's a drop of about 30,000. So it was a positive unemployment number. It's coming down. But again, we are looking at a level of 12,390. 12,390 is the all-time high. It was hit in April of 2015. And we are on the final trading day here in March, going into the April cycle. So with that being said, it looks like the Germans are going to try to push, but they're going to have a lot of work to do. Also, we've seen that the UK FTSE, London has dropped pretty quickly, down 0.3%. It opened up flat and then basically has subsequently pulled back pretty significantly. I'm going to pull this over here real quick so that we can take a look at it a little bit better. But you see that we opened up a little bit higher and now it's right at its 20-day moving average on the FTSE. What's notable here for London is that the Q4 growth was revised down, basically to the lowest level since 2013. We also just got some housing data out. The HPI index, the housing price index came out. It is at 3.5%. That's the lowest level that they have seen since 2015. So housing is under a little bit of pressure. And we've seen a little bit of this reaction in Asia as well, specifically Hong Kong. Property names came under pressure after we've seen interest rates move, as well as lending standards potentially being tightened up in Asia. But in London, we see that pressure now weighing on the market, now challenging its 20-day moving average. Short-term bulls in London could be under pressure going into the last trading day of March and the final trading day here this week. Taking a look at the French CAC, basically has been basically down. It's trailing off its highs, but down 2 points at 5,087. What's notable here is you're starting to get some mixed trade in autos and in consumer names, especially the growth sector names. This is something that we've seen for most of this week. Again, there's concern about not only the French elections, but you're seeing with this the CPI data, the PMI data that's coming out, it's getting to become mixed. And these growth factors that everyone's anticipating, on top of the uncertainty or potential volatility with the French elections, this is getting investors in France going after what has been a very strong move to the upside. Is there a point where there is profits, or is there a catalyst for the next leg to the upside? On the French CAC, watch the 20-day moving average, which is quite a bit away, but that's the level that you're going to want to watch, right around 5,000 on the French CAC. And finally, taking a look at the euro-US dollar pair, we're seeing that it's firming up after what has been a pretty impressive move on the dollar's part, getting back over that psychological 100 mark. We'll see if that continues, but it looks like the euro is firmed up at this point, pulling back a little bit right now in the early stages of trade, but we're going to see if the euro firms up here. But it has broken through this pair, through its 50-day moving average after a precipitous drop, any strength in the dollar is going to weigh on this pair and as well as the euro, so we'll watch that closely throughout the day. All right, folks, that is it for On the Open Europe. I will be back on at 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to be covering everything that's going on in the U.S. markets here at MarketStream.live. See you then.